It's 2 a.m. I am done studying. I start to head back to the dorm and I hear this thought, go to Cox. That's the healthcare place on campus. I'm not sick, so I argue with the thought and go, no, I'm not going. Then I hear the voice again, go to Cox. And I thought, okay, well, I've always followed this voice, so under protest, I walk clear across campus. I end up at Cox door at about 2:30 in the morning, and I read this sign that says, door locked at 11, ring buzzer. It's like, I am not ringing that buzzer, I'm not sick. Try the doorknob, I hear this voice say. It's unlocked. I go in, it's all dark, and I hear this sound. Oh, it's someone crying, and I follow the crying back through the halls to where there's a light on, and there's a nurse on the floor, unable to get up, and she looks up at me with tears in her eyes and says, how did you know to come? I've been praying that someone would come and help me. Well, I was able to help her, and in helping her, we both realized I'd been guided there. That still small voice has guided me my whole life. And whether you call that intuition or angels or a still small voice, it's that higher power communicating to us, operating through us and for us and leading us to everything good. It's that spiritual GPS that's built into all of us. Intuition is a practical tool. You can use it to make powerful decisions and operate at your highest level. According to a Pew Research study, 9 out of 10 people believe in a higher power. And if intuition is the way that higher power communicates with us, why don't we trust it? There's massive evidence that says intuition leads to greater success. The likes of Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, and many of the 1%. So this decision to follow intuition actually changed the course of my life. Right out of college, I was working in Boston at a job that really wasn't for me. And about a year later, I was really depressed and asking the question, there's gotta be more to my life than this. So I went out at lunch one day, just sobbing, and I sat down by this fountain, and I looked up and I said, God, I'm here to serve you. Use me. I will do whatever you say. And I heard a voice. You'll be in Boston for a while. And I thought, that's not an answer. That doesn't tell me what I'm supposed to do. What is that? I said, no. I said I would listen to whatever you say. That's my answer. So I looked in. Did staying Boston feel right to me? And then I looked out. Even though it was just kind of a partial answer, I trusted it. And I got up and I started walking back to the office. And moments later, my old boss ran into me and said, where are you these days, Lisa? I said, that's really funny you should ask, John. I just got a really clear sense I'm going to be in Boston for a while. He said, I'm so glad to hear you say that. Come upstairs. I want to offer you a job. It was like that. I asked for guidance. I trusted the intuition. And moments later, I'm offered my dream job in broadcasting. This spiritual GPS has guided me my whole life. In my career, my relationships, my health, my finances, where I've lived, everything. And I've always done the same 3 things. Look up, look in, look out. Look up to that power that's larger than us and listen for guidance. Look in, be still, know that you're being guided, and check if the intuition aligns with your heart, with your highest self. And then look out, trust the intuition, and no matter what opposes it, take a step to act on it. This isn't some special talent I have. Anyone can do this. It's scientific. It's the law of good always operating. It's kind of like radio waves. They're always in the air, but you have to tune in to hear the music. Well, this guidance is always in the air, and you use your intuition to tune in to hear it. But if you don't know what it sounds like, you're not going to be able to follow it. So let me ask you, how does intuition show up for you? Does it come as a voice? Do you have a gut feeling? Do you have just a deep sense of knowing? Like what are the qualities of intuition? It's important to kind of notice what they are so that you'll recognize it when it shows up. So intuition is clear and calm. It's singular and focused and peaceful and gentle. And it's very powerful and precise. But it's also interesting to note what intuition isn't. It doesn't come with any emotional charge or attachment. It doesn't stir up fear or doubt. And it doesn't have any judgment or opinions kind of wrapped around it. So because of this, it's important to practice it. Like practice listening, practice tuning in and then following it. Because then you'll be aware of how it's guiding you. We also want to recognize that it might take us out of our comfort zone. It might be inconvenient to follow it, like it was for me at 2 a.m. And we need to have the humility and the courage to follow it. Look up, look in, look out. These 3 steps bring us into alignment with this power of good governing everything, and the results are inevitable. So the question is, will you listen to that still small voice and follow it when you hear it? My trust in this power was tested when our son was missing for over 2.5 years, living on the street, and we didn't know where he was or how he was doing. We'd filed a missing person report, but the last we'd heard, he was in Southern California. Well, I had a business trip to LA, and I was prompted to kind of plan some extra time in my schedule for no apparent reason. Well, my husband and I were driving up the freeway to the airport to fly home. We were talking about our son, and it just felt odd to be leaving the area where he might be. So I looked up with all my heart, and I just asked for guidance. I just want to know if he's alive. And in that moment, I heard a command in my head. Get off the freeway and drive surface streets. So we got off. And a little while later, I heard another prompt. Go walk on the boardwalk. Well, this was a Saturday. There were thousands of people around. One person stood out to me. I showed him our son's picture. He said, I know that guy. I haven't seen him around in a while, but nice guy. He was alive. Moments later, listening, another person sort of stands out to me. The second person I asked said, oh yeah, I saw him this morning. He was up at that restroom. The precision was stunning. I walked north, my head down, listening, pushing away all the stir of emotion that was coming up. And then I heard, look up. I looked up and I saw him walking towards me. Intuition is loving, precise, powerful. I was guided to his exact location more than 1,000 miles from where I live. Now, hearing these stories, you may be thinking, well, I can't do that. But you can. Anyone can do this. Look up, look in, look out is a powerful tool that you can use to follow your intuition and be guided to the best possible life. The question is, will you choose to look up, look in, look out, and let intuition guide you to the life that you are meant to live, the glorious you that is meant to be the best version of you? This choice matters, and I'm Lisa Taylor.